The future of the internet has been one of the big talking points this year at Davos. Google boss Eric Schmidt made headlines by predicting the internet will be so pervasive in our lives that it will effectively disappear into the background. Globe Asia editor-in-chief Shoaib Khagda caught up with Carlos Fernandes, the CEO of RecordTV, the world's first legal internet-based TV recorder, to talk about the future of digital media.
It's fascinating because everyone has a mouthpiece today, and it's not so easy to control the message in terms of what you're getting out. And with virality and with people tweeting certain things, each conversation can develop a life form of its own. And that becomes very important to ensure how you communicate things in the first place and at the first instance, and even however fleeting it is, and if it's limited to 140 characters. But overall, control is going to be less, but it helps the world overall. And if you look at the new trends in digitization, is everyone's talking about the sharing economy driven by the digital economy, and that really helps make use of underutilized assets, whether physical assets or human resources. And once you have these platforms that are built where all these underutilized assets are better used, you get higher productivity, greater employment, and then you can also probably solve some of the social problems that come along with that. So that's, I think all these issues sort of fit together. How the digital economy works, how social media works, how communicating that works, radicalization, and how unemployment and just overall economic growth fits in. Right. So you can't look at all these issues in isolation.
Well, you're doing something very interesting with your own company now, RecordTV. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how that works and what you hope to achieve?
So one of the things is that you have television from so many different sources, so many different platforms, and a lot of that television is trapped in copyright no man's land. Consumers want to have one place where they can get all of it, and that's become very hard to put together. And what we've been focused on is developing apps and platforms that allow all these different live streams to be accessed from one system, one device. And we have over 50 channels from all over the world. In Singapore, we have 7 channels that are restricted to Singapore, so consumers can watch local broadcast television. One of the challenges we have is that the copyright law is in flux along with some of the innovations happening in the digital space. So we had to have legal precedent that said our offering is legitimate, where we allow consumers to record broadcast television on what you'd call a cloud-based VCR and watch it 1 day, 2 days, and maybe 90 days after the show is aired, and thereby increasing so much more access to the same amount of television that was created and most consumers effectively missed.
Right. And this is true purely on the internet?
Yeah. I mean, the internet is the platform where you can basically access any amount of content, but the key is how can you access it legally and legitimately. And that's been our focus, to be the bridge between the television and the internet universe.
So you are disrupting the television industry then?
Well, that's a term that has been used, and it's not a very easy term to work with sometimes, but I think the industry is being disrupted by itself, and we're just helping broadcasters adapt to that disruption in a way that works for them and works for their consumers and how they want to access their content.
Okay, Carlos, thank you so much for joining us on Berita Satu TV English. Good luck in Davos and good luck with your venture.
Thank you so much for having me, Shoaib.